comrades. Today I want to a little bit continue with another video on socialist pedagogy, but especially on Anton Makarenko and his collective education. So, who was Anton Makarenko? Anton Semyonovich Makarenko was born in 1888 in Belopolye, Russian Empire, but now part of Ukraine. After completing teacher training in 1905, he began teaching and later graduated with honors from the Poltava Teachers Institute in 1917. In 1920, he became head of the Poltava colony for juvenile offenders, which he transformed into the Gorki colony. In 1927, he took charge of the Dzerzhinsky labor commune near Kharkiv, where he continued his innovative work with troubled youth. Between 1933 and 1935, he published his book The Pedagogical Poem, detailing his educational methods. He later wrote the Book for Parents and Flags on the Battlements. Recognized for his contributions to Soviet pedagogy, he was awarded the Order of the Red Banner of Labor in 1939. Makarenko died of heart failure on April 1st, 1989, near Moscow at the age of 51. The theory of collective education. Central to Makarenko's pedagogy is the concept that the collective serves as a bridge between the individual and society. He believed that transforming groups into cohesive collectives with shared goals and mutual loyalty was essential for social integration. With such collectives, individual growth is nurtured and personal needs are acknowledged. Quoting from the German book Makarenko's Pädagogische Texte, on English Makarenko Pedagogical Works, quote, "There's no doubt that we are dealing with both the collective and the personality," end quote. Makarenko argued that emphasizing the individual's subordination to the common good does not suppress individuality. Rather, the collective provides the best environment for personal development and the development of socialist society. Quote, "Only a social unit structured according to the socialist principle deserves the name collective," end quote. End quote. In our opinion, a collective is a contact community based on the socialist principle of unification. With regard to the individual personality, the collective affirms the sovereignty of the entire collective, end quote. Makarenko saw each individual in the collective as an active worker and creator, rather than a worker that could someday be exploited like in today's capitalist society. Quote, "We do not see our pupil as training material, but rather as a human being in our society, as an active worker and creator of social values," end quote. Makarenko assigned significant importance to productive labor combined with education in science and socio-political awareness. He posited that labor becomes an effective means of communist education only when it is integrated into the general educational process. This Integration involves all children and adolescents participating in socially useful work suited to their age, fostering a balanced and harmonious development of personality. In organizing collectives, Makarenko introduced the concept of the so-called primary collective, a small, cohesive group that serves as the basic unit within a larger community. These primary collectives are characterized by constant association, shared activities, and common interests. Makarenko observed that such units play a crucial role in influencing individual behavior and promoting collective responsibility. He emphasized that while these collectives should have their unique interests, they must remain connected to the broader goals of the larger collective to prevent isolation and ensuring unity. Makarenko's philosophy also highlighted the interaction of study and work, aiming to instill a sense of community and duty among individuals. This approach was designed to counteract individualism and promote communal self-governance. The collective was seen as a social entity with specific obligations and responsibilities, fostering humility and mutual respect among its members. Makarenko advocated for an educational environment where discipline and care coexist. He believed that expectations could promote both defiance and normality, emphasizing that expressing expectations of juveniles to comply with social norms demonstrates respect and fosters positive behavior. Additionally, he underscored the importance of a caring environment, stating that accepting and supportive responses from caregivers are vital for a child's personal and social development. The Gorki commune, or the Gorki colony, named after Maxim Gorki, who in fact supported Makarenko's works, was established in the early 1920s as a rehabilitation settlement for children left homeless after the Russian Revolution and Civil War. Anton Makarenko was appointed director in 1920. At the Gorki colony, Makarenko developed his signature educational philosophy, emphasizing collective discipline, labor education, self-governance, and moral development. Makarenko's success at the Gorki colony was notable, especially given the challenges faced by other institutions dealing with the millions of destituted bezprzeżoniki, or homeless children, of the era. His experiences there formed the basis for his influential book, The Pedagogical Poem, which became a classic in Soviet educational literature. Despite his achievements, Makarenko's methods, sometimes described as quasi-military and highly disciplined, were criticized by some Ukrainian educators back then. Officials who preferred less regimented approaches. This led to his resignation in 1927. The Dzerzhinsky labor commune. After leaving the Gorki colony, Makarenko was appointed head of the Dzerzhinsky labor commune near Kharkiv in 1927. This institution was designed for the most difficult street children and young offenders, including those considered incorrigible thieves and swindlers. At the Dzerzhinsky commune, Makarenko refined and expanded his methods to polytechnical education, workshop and industry, self-sufficiency, and cultural and social life. To have music, a youth organization with clubs, sports, cultural life, etc. Makarenko recognized the need for a human balance between discipline, productivity, and personal development. While productivity targets could sometimes create harsh conditions, he advocated for the well-being of the children alongside their educational and vocational training. Makarenko's leadership ended in 1935, but the commune continued to grow, reaching 750 members. After his departure, the school and production facilities were separated and the factory fell under direct state control. Makarenko's work at both the Gorki colony and the Dzerzhinsky labor commune became fundamental for Soviet educational theory, emphasizing the transformative power of collective labor, self-governance, and a holistic approach to child development. At the same time, his work formed the ground for socialist education and pedagogy, emphasizing the collective and direct action for society.